What's going on Instagram? What's up YouTube? It's Indigenous Rookie Cards, aka Name, coming at you with another edition of Indigenous Sunday on a Monday evening. And I just want to apologize for not having a video last night. I just wanted to kick back and relax, take it easy, not worry about making a video. I think it's just always important to remember to take care of ourselves, and when we're feeling like that, it's probably a good sign that we do need to take it easy. But I did want to make a point of making the video, making my videos consistent, and that's why I'm here on this Monday evening. I just want to get started by going over what I'm going to talk about this week. So I got my mail. I'm hoping you've seen my mail video. Also want to share my card of the week and also talk about some of the card collections that are being featured on my Instagram page. I started doing that last week, and then it's going to continue this week. But first, a little bit of not so good news. If you've been paying attention to social media or any news outlets, you would have heard that Fred Sasakamoose is in the hospital with a presumed case of COVID-19. So, once again, Fred Sasakamoose, there's his rookie card. Wishing him a speedy recovery. All the best to him. Very, very kind and humble man. And if you haven't met him before, I hope you get the chance to meet him. He's about 86 years old. Very, very respected person in our communities. And this is just a reminder of how important it is to take COVID seriously, wear a mask, be physically distanced, and always remember that there are vulnerable people out there. You might not be vulnerable, but somebody might be. And to us, our elders in our communities, Indigenous communities, are held in very, very high regard, high respect. They are of the utmost importance to our communities. They are our knowledge keepers. They are our historians. They are everything that keeps us together. So please just remember that we need to take care of each other during this pandemic. And this is an unfortunate reminder of that. But just moving along, I'll start off by sharing my mail. And if you saw my mail video, you know that this little container here is filled with cards from Howie, aka Radalad. I'm not going to try to get this open because I struggled opening this so many times, but it's filled with John Shabbat cards. Oh, look at that, I got it open. John Shabbat cards, there's some Jim Nielsen cards, there's a Henry Boucher rookie card, Brian Trottier cards, and a couple of Reggie Leach cards. So just to give you a little show of what's in there, that's what's in that container. And then up next, Scott Ferguson 1999-2000 Pacific rookie card. This is a red version. This is from my buddy Miles, aka Milo. If you're following him, Hockey Card Nostalgia on Instagram. Thanks again, buddy. And then next is my Dan Hodgson card here. This is a 1984-85 Kelowna Wings WHL Grads card, and this would be one of Dan's earliest cards, as I mentioned in my mail video, the other being the Prince Albert team card from the same year. So this one here is going to go in my main collection with all of my rookies, and perhaps one day I'll do a video featuring my main collection because I haven't done that yet. And it was a really, really hard card to find, and I was so happy that I knocked it off my list because I had a filler card in there, and that was a 1994-95 Swiss League card from Dan's time in the Swiss League, and this will be replacing that as well. So next card, lastly, this is my favorite card of the bunch. This is a 2008-09 Upper Deck TJ Oshie Young Guns exclusives out of 100. Have a look at it. Just trying to get some of the reflectiveness showing. Look on the Young Guns logo, look on the stamp, look on the Upper Deck logo. You can see the reflectiveness, how nice and shiny this is. Really cool looking card. A card that I've been looking for a long time. And this is going in my collection of Young Guns parallels. So I'm really happy that I have this in my collection now. And it's going to stay there for a long time. Next, just want to share my card of the week. And my card of the week is the 1933-34 B252 Canadian Chewing Gum Clarence Taffy Abel rookie card. Look at that. I know I've talked about this a lot in a lot of videos. I've talked about this in interviews, but this is such a cool card. This card is coming up on 80 years old. Actually, it might even be 80 years old now. I need to do the math. Don't have a calculator. Don't feel like thinking about it, but yeah, this card is about 80 years old. It's in really good condition. And I've mentioned before in other places that this card and a lot of cards from this set are really hard to find in this well condition because of the redemption program that was happening at the bottom. You see, a lot of these cards were cut up, and you would have a hard time finding one of the cards from this set in this condition. And I'm really thinking about sending this one in for grading just because of the condition. I would love it in a slab, and it's not great, but considering how old it is, this would be a good card to send in for grading. There's a couple other things I want to mention about Clarence Taffy Abel. Could possibly be the first Indigenous player in the NHL. There are reports of also Paul Jacobs being the first Indigenous player in the NHL, and Paul possibly played during the 1917-18 season with the Toronto Arenas. There's a lot of discrepancy about whether he actually played in the game. There's not a lot of physical evidence that he did play. He was on the roster. However, it's not known that he actually played. And also the number of games that he played, potentially up to 5 that season. It's not known for sure. But we do know that Clarence Taffy Abel did play for sure in the 1920s. Started in 1924 with the New York Rangers, won 2 Stanley Cups with the Rangers and the Chicago Blackhawks, won a silver medal at the 1920 Olympics with Team USA, and in fact was the first American in the NHL. So very significant fact. Very, very significant that he was the first American, and he's also Indigenous. Also won 2 Stanley Cups. Also won a silver medal at the Olympics. Pretty awesome information. Couple other I want to share. Also Clarence Taffy Abel, this is a 1934-35 matchbook. This is listed as an official card by Trading Card Database, and this is a card from the Diamond Match Company out of New York. And there's a little inscription on here, just some information about Clarence Taffy Abel. And this was the first Clarence Taffy Abel card that I bought. And I bought it because the seller listed it on eBay as being his rookie card, but it was mistakenly listed as his rookie card because this was made the year after the V252 Canadian Chewing Gum, and I just decided to keep it in my collection because it's too cool of a card to give up. And if you have a look, exact same photograph on both cards, so probably know that there's not a lot of photography taking place back then. Another little piece of cool memorabilia I want to share, another matchbook. This is not listed as an official hockey card. This is actually from Taffy Abel's Log Cabin Cafe. So after Clarence Taffy Abel retired from the NHL, opened up a restaurant, and these were the matchbooks that you were able to get from his cafe, and that was in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. There's a little inscription on here as well, and I'll read it to you. It says, Clarence Taffy Abel, born in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, on champion U.S. Olympic team in 1924, also member of the world champion New York Rangers in 1928 and Chicago Blackhawks in 1934, received largest contract ever given to an amateur to turn professional, $27,000. Holds endurance record for most minutes played in one season, also consecutive minutes without relief. Retired after 1934 season, now engaged in business in the hometown where he personally welcomes you and appreciates your patronage. So that's all I have for this week. Hopefully you can appreciate these Clarence Taffy Abel cards as my cards of the week. Have a good night. Take care. See you soon.